So if you're a property manager, we have a few pieces of roofing advice, especially just for you. Roofing issues that pop up are rarely fun for anybody, not even homeowners. But in particular for property managers, especially if you have multiple properties or large properties that you're dealing with, a roofing issue can be a real pain in the neck. When you're managing a property and that's your profession, that's your job, you couple of your charges are to minimize expense and minimize headache, also maximize functionality of your property components and maximize returns. So surprising roof problems, they kind of are going to give you a ding on all four of those right there. So we have a few simple things that you can do to help minimize those risks. First and foremost, the number one piece of advice we give to commercial property owners, residential homeowners, and definitely property managers is inspect your roof or roofs. If you have multiple properties, inspect all of your roofs. Getting out in front of any issues by having it inspected, whether that's you yourself, maybe it's a maintenance technician on your team, or call a professional roofing contractor to come perform an inspection. Most in Denver will inspect your roof for free, even if they don't suspect there's any damage or anything else going on. They will come inspect your roof for free, and a good professional roofing contractor will also give you photos of what they see. So have your roof inspected, because catching issues as early as possible is really critical when it comes to keeping costs down. If we can catch an issue before it turns into a leak, or before it turns into a roof replacement issue, then it can really help minimize that expense. So get your roof inspected by a professional. In some cases you can do that yourself as long as you take some safety precautions. The second piece of advice is understand the local climate for what we're dealing with here in Colorado. So a lot of times property management companies, they have people coming in and out of Colorado from other states. So understand your local climate here. Out here with the dry air, we don't have as much mold or algae contamination on roofs as we do, as you might see in other humid climates. But we do have the risk of ice damming, snow loads that create a lot of weight on roofs and can become a real weight problem. And then there's storm damage in the spring and summer with hail and wind that can really cause damage to either flat roofs or steep slope roofs. So understand the climate that you're dealing with can help you get in front of any potential issues. Third, make yourself a checklist. That way, if you have a checklist, you get into a habit, you get into routines, and you know every time that you have to inspect your roof or otherwise, you have a checklist to follow, so you know exactly what to do. So some of the things to keep on that checklist are capture photos from every inspection. You want to see if you have a roof problem, you want to know what that roof was supposed to look like before the issue. Maybe that was 5 years ago, so you can go back and reference those photos. And then you should have photos from 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3, 2, 1, and from now. That way, if you ever have a warranty claim or an insurance claim, you have documentation of your roof. You need to also on your checklist include who's accessing your roof. Are you having Christmas lights hung up there? Are tenants themselves getting up on the roof? Did you have some HVAC repairs where maybe you had a commercial or residential HVAC company get up onto the roof? Those are going to be important things to know about. Finally, on your checklist, another thing that we would encourage you to make sure is on the checklist is make sure that your tenants know to report any issues or roof leaks really fast. If there's any problem, it's going to help you out to get that information as soon as possible so that you can call a roofing contractor to have it fixed right away before it becomes a major catastrophe and you have big roof leaks coming in, and before you know it, you need to replace the entire roof when potentially you could have saved some money with just a small repair and extended your roof's life. So those are just some of the tips. At Sol Vista Roofing, we can help with this. We can help create a schedule, and we'll set reminders for you for when we will come out and be inspecting your roof, so we can help kind of make sure that that is happening automatically without you having to do anything. We also have checklists, like I mentioned, already ready to go. So send us an email, get in touch. we're happy to share those checklists for free to help make your job as a property manager a little bit easier. So that's just some tips for property managers. Hopefully this helps you manage your property successfully, earn profits, and keep headaches low.